All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to a new episode of Super Chevy Brothers. This is your host, Chavar, joined by your other host, Chaval. This
Yes.
is episode 54. It is August
19th.
19th. August
19th.
19th, the big old 819. How you doing, Biko?
I'm doing good. I'm great. I just been trying to occupy my brain with Ghost of Tsushima and Fall Guys to stop thinking about anything else going on. Cuz some wild shit happening. But yeah, no, I'm doing good. Doing great. Just been playing a lot of video games. Streaming a lot of video games. Started streaming last week. Gonna get
Yeah,
back
you
to it on
lost
Sunday.
lots of streams of Fall Guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
I lost a lot of rounds. Me and Haley played on I think a couple days. No, 1 day last week. On last weekend, I think we played on Saturday. And yeah, no, it was fun, but I've literally only won one game of Fall Guys ever, and it was like the third or fourth time I played, and I haven't won one since. So yeah, no, it's been pretty nerve fucking racking. But no, yeah, it's cool. I got the streaming set up. I got a cool capture card. Me and Haley have been enjoying it. My mic works great with it. But yeah, no, that's all been going cool. But yeah, Fall Guys is the only battle royale I've enjoyed. Because I think the rest of them are kind of trash. But yeah, I just want to win more
how is
rounds.
this? Okay, here's the thing, because I'm gonna stream too, but now I'm not sure how this works, because I'd like to stream Ghost of Tsushima, but I like to play Ghost of Tsushima too, so I don't want to have to wait till fucking Monday and whatever Sunday, whatever day I stream to play it. Are you supposed? Is this supposed to be like a continuous thing, or do you just like? Can I play when I'm not streaming? Is that
See,
gonna destroy the immersion for people?
that's
I
the
don't know.
thing that's been fucking with me, because that's why I haven't wanted to play some games, because I'm like, but what if I just want to play and I don't want to wait until the stream? Like Fall Guys, that's why I've been playing that a lot, because I can play that in between and it's okay. But like Ghost of Tsushima, like, sorry, I mean, if I want to play that off stream, I'm probably gonna play it off stream. I feel like I'm just gonna start new games and I'll only play those like save files for stream, and then in between I'll play whatever the fuck I want to. I don't think that takes the immersion out. I feel like that's still, games are
I
so
guess you can
varied
hold
these days.
two screens, but like I don't really want to do two saves on it. I mean, I guess it.
I mean, because you're only playing
Uh,
it what 2 days out of the week, and what you're playing the game itself more than 2 days out of the week, like your own save file. So, and then, even then, you're basically only playing it for 4 hours or 5 hours at a time if you choose to go that long. So it's not that
mm,
bad.
I'm definitely gonna do Fallout 4 on the PC because really, if mods are the best reason. I mean, I got this new computer which you can see on stream, right? I
Yeah.
built it. It's pretty all right. The new graphics cards are gonna come out for $3,000, but whatever. Um,
Ew.
and um,
Yeah.
you have
Congrats on the
this, you
PC.
know, focus mode, right?
On what?
Focus mode where
No.
it's like how are you? You don't have the PowerPoint
Oh
of the
yeah, the
big screen?
PowerPoint is on the big screen. Yes. That's
Okay.
what yes, that's what focus mode is.
Okay. So anyway, I the PC beautiful. I can change, but the main reason to get it right. I talked about before how PCs are a scam. Yeah, they're more powerful usually, Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff with them. You can build like a $400 PC and do fine, but then you could just also, to me, buy a PlayStation, not ever have to worry about that maintenance garbage. I mean, unless it fails or something,
Right.
and then you can play 4K games on an Xbox One X or a PlayStation 4 Pro, and like
Right.
if it like that whole, I mean, you can get better graphics on a PC, but you're gonna have to pay more money.
A
That's my
lot more
thing.
money.
But
Yeah.
the best thing about having a PC is that it's kind of like everything's in one spot. So I can do the games, I can edit stuff,
That's nice.
podcasts in one spot. But for the games, it's the mods. And Steam is it's a great store. You can spend hours just going through Steam,
Dude, I've
but
wasted so much
it's
money
the
on
mods
Steam.
I'm looking forward to. How? You don't even I don't
Well, I had a
I've maybe spent
PC in,
total
in
10
college. I
bucks
had a
on Steam.
PC that could play a lot of of the smaller indie games. But then I also bought stuff like Fallout, and I was able to play that actually on my older laptop. So I've spent a lot of time on Steam. Played mostly indie games on Steam. But I'm excited to see what you get to play with your big ass. That thing is just like shooting colors at me and shit. It just gives you like it can give you an epileptic seizure. Shit's wild. That thing is like a
Yeah,
beast.
I can change the colors. I can make it react to my. I mean, if you're listening to the audio version of this, you won't see any of this. But I can make it react to my voice,
Oh
where when I
shit.
speak, it changes colors, or
Oh, that's cool.
it'll react to sounds in the computer. Um,
What the fuck?
yeah, it's crazy, right? It's kind of
That's
stupid.
wild.
Yeah, so
Oh
I don't like that
man.
one that much. It just completely changes colors the whole time. Um,
So have you
Everything
thought
go
about,
red.
what kind of PC games have you thought about is there anything
So
only on PC that you thought about playing?
I'm definitely gonna play and stream Fallout 4 because I love Fallout, even though
Good.
people hate it. I like Fallout. I like Fallout 4. Skyrim's okay, but like it's it's too,
Yeah.
I don't know. It it
Yeah.
it, it takes itself a little bit too seriously for
Yeah, I like
me.
the
I mean,
quirkiness of Fallout. Yeah.
yeah, Fallout's really it's quirky. I like that. I have Death of Stranding. I have Death
Death of,
Stranding, so I'll
Death of
probably play
Stranding.
that on the PC.
Oh man.
Um,
You should
and
get
I got Troy for free. I got Assassin's Creed Valhalla for free. So I'll
nice
probably play those.
whenever you get
Um,
them.
well, when they're ready to download, yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna get a
Um,
Cyberpunk on PC, or are you gonna get a console still?
I'll probably get on both just to see what the difference is, because everyone talks about how CD Projekt Red games are so amazing on PC, right?
You
So
should
I'll
get. Ooh,
probably
yeah.
do both, just so I can tell the difference. And I mean, I'm not gonna do a video on the differences. Digital Foundry does that fine, but I do want to
Yeah.
see for myself what they got
I'm excited
going.
to see what you think, because you should get Witcher on PC, because
Nah,
I
I'm
feel
okay.
like no,
I
I
can
feel like
barely
Witcher
play that.
3 is fun.
Look, I can barely play Witcher 3 on the PlayStation 4. I like it. It is fun. It's gigantic and all that stuff, but like I also work like
Yeah, it's a long game.
75 hours, 80 hours a week.
It,
So
it's not it's
I
not
don't know.
like open world
If I
games
if I
like
play The Witcher, it's gonna take me at least a year just to like
scratch the
get
surface,
halfway.
not even get to the
Yeah,
DLC. Yeah, yeah. I
right. I
see.
played
Like,
Bloodborne for like a year, and that was like 1,000 something, maybe more than that hours. I did
and you
everything in
platinumed
that.
it. Yeah.
Witcher, I won't even. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. No, I
Okay,
I
I'm
I
gonna.
get that. I get that.
This is my
This is my
cyberpunk
cyberpunk
voice.
voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What the
cyberpunk.
fuck?
Cyberpunk.
Okay, that's see.
I got it.
I
Oh,
got it. Oh,
also,
also,
I got a new
I got a new
soundboard,
soundboard,
so I'm gonna
so I'm
sound
gonna
like
sound
this
like
all the
this all the
time.
time.
Well, not all
Well,
the
not all
time.
the time.
Well, guys, you heard it here first. You build a PC, you become part cyborg. There's no other choice. That's just how shit goes down. Um,
Right.
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
that's wild.
I love Ghost of Tsushima. It's super fun. I was
So
playing it
good.
more last night. It's just pure fun. That's the
What?
thing. It's just Sucker
It's
Punch knows how to
fun,
make
dude.
the game. It's just fun. It's just I just have a great time running around. I'm playing on lethal. Lethal is a lethal mode. I got into the fight with the. Did you get the longbow?
Yeah. No,
Okay, so I did the
I'm
longbow
way
fight.
past you. I'm in Act 2. I'm almost to
I
Act
I swear
3.
I died to longbow man like 4 or 5 times.
Dude,
No,
no, he
sorry,
was.
30 times.
I'm sure that you died more than
Because
I did because you're playing on lethal, and
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
in our previous discussion that we had, we discussed lethal is definitely just harder than other modes. But no, he was kind of hard when I fought him too. He was
Well,
on some
but
bullshit.
also fighting him made me way better at fighting everyone else because I
Hmm.
learned, especially when you're on lethal, where one, maybe two hits will definitely kill you.
Yeah,
Um, I learned how to, because usually in these games, right, they're easy if they're easy for me, definitely. You could be offensive, and then like when you get good enough, you just parry everything
yeah,
and all that
parry.
stuff.
That's what I've been doing. I can
And
do perfect parry so easy now. It's great.
right. And this, because it's lethal, and they have these red attacks that I can't at the moment parry. Maybe I will be later. I
Yeah,
will be able to.
yeah.
Um, I have to. And I think on lethal maybe the attacks are faster because I'm looking at this game and I'm seeing the people who play it and like streaming and stuff, and I swear the attacks come faster or that red light shows up slower or something because
Oh no, it shows up
it's
slower
like
depending on the difficulty, for sure.
okay,
I've
definitely.
tested it
Because
out.
with
Yeah,
because with lethal, it's like when you see the red, you need to have pushed the button within, uh, uh
half a second.
eh, yeah, something like that. I mean, it depends on the attack, but you have to press the buttons really fast. So I learned how when you play lethal, and this is a tip for anyone who does, dot especially once you get the perfect parry,
Yeah.
the best thing to do when someone's coming at you is to single dodge first, not roll dodge, single dodge first,
Mm-hmm.
and then it you have to know the attacks. Some people do two red
Yeah.
attacks in a row,
Oh yeah.
right? But
There's
most
some
of the
enemies later that
time,
loves doing that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say 80% of the time, for fast enemies, it's the difficult part. If you dodge the first time and then try to parry the second time, you will get a perfect parry almost every time
Yes,
because
that
usually
is a
the
great
first
tip.
attack's good
Yeah.
and the second attack isn't. And
Yeah.
then the most important thing is to watch to see, are they actually going to do a second attack? Because if they're not doing a second attack, you can slice them up
Yeah,
real
you
easy.
can just hit them. No, and another
Right.
tip, if you have for the triangle stance, um, upgrade that tree far
I
enough.
don't have that.
Well, whenever you get it, upgrade that tree far enough. It's for the guys with the fucking poles.
The spears, okay, and the
Yeah, the guys
poles,
with the
okay.
spears. So upgrade that tree far enough because there's literally one where you can keep attacking them and he'll automatically parry their red attacks. Like you literally don't even have to parry them anymore. You can just keep
Perfect,
attacking them
perfect,
because in
perfect.
the game knows. Well, the thing is that the game knows that the spearmen their red attack is faster than everybody else's. Like by far, because even in the lower difficulties, like they press red, you better press circle and like within the second or so. If you don't, you're gonna get smacked in the face. And yeah, because I will say that I've seen some people play the game online, and it's funny because I've had friends who like said this game made me get good at countering things because like I have friends who like were
Mhm.
like, oh, there's counter mechanics in other games, but I don't really use them because I don't have to. And I'm like, nah, this game is a lot more fun if you can do the perfect parry and then do the special move shit and then like throw a fucking kunai at somebody's face, pull the arrow out, slow
Oh
time
yeah,
down, shoot like
it
four
when
guys in the face.
found
Oh man, this game is so fun.
when I learned how to fight that demon guy, and then I got into my next fight, it was it's probably like top 10 coolest shit I've ever done in a video game. I was we heard all of that cough, by the way. It's
Yeah.
probably like top 10 coolest shit I've done in a game when fucking what happened? The guy comes, I parry him, I hit him. Next guy, I sidestep, swipe, and then turn
Yeah.
around and stab a guy in the throat. It's perfect. It's a great game.
Yeah.
Made for
Yeah,
it.
dude. I will say too. There's also a skill. It's already in your skill tree. You can see it, but you can get to the point where I think there's a skill where, yeah, it's called a perfect dodge. That shit is great because it's just like the perfect parry, but it's lower stakes. And yeah, no, it's like insta kill type shit. No, the game's fun because you think like I said, like I think I told you this before. Like get to Act 2, like you don't have to worry. Like you can always go back and do other shit, which is a good thing. So I think the good thing about this game, the difference between this game and like those long RPGs, like we were saying, like The Witcher and all that shit, is that like I always feel like there's progression towards something still. Like I don't feel like I'm just fucking around too much. Cause
Yeah, I feel like
you know,
everything I'm picking up, everywhere I'm going, it's not just a side quest. Like it's leveling me up to get my next
right?
point, to get my next. It's all good, all
Yeah.
good shit.
Yeah. There's a purpose for everything. I love the way the yellow birds are used. How you have to follow them to certain places. That shit's cool. I love how the HUD just like disappears most of the time. There's not really like a heads up display most of the time, unless you're in combat, and even then it's very minimal because the game is
I don't think I have
really
a
pretty. It's super pretty. I mean, they might take it away for you automatically on lethal. There's a HUD because the only HUD that pops up for me whenever I do stuff is whenever I'm selecting weapons, whenever I swipe up to do the wind stuff, and whenever I'm in combat, and it shows my life bar and my consumables that I can like throw and shit like that, like the kunais and shit. But no, and I fucked a lot around in photo mode in this game. A lot of photo mode I've been spending in this game. There's a lot of options and shit. There's plenty of like photo opportunities because the game, like the way they design the terrain is really good because there's never like times where I feel like I'm stuck anywhere either. There's just a lot of good shit about the game. It's a great game.
Yeah.
Well, it gets better too.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Well, that leads us into the news. Control. Next gen, games consoles are coming out, and everyone's talking about how they have their free upgrades, but Control says no.
Nope.
This is the game of 2020. Wouldn't this game come out?
2019.
This is game of the year type of shit. You have to buy this again. The Ultimate Edition launches on the 27th on Steam. Same day as an expansion, which connects to Alan Wake, which blows my mind. I'm not sure how that works.
And what's funny is people kept saying that they knew that this game was linked to Alan Wake somehow because there were like hints in it because they're like, no, it's just Easter eggs, but like, yeah, it's apparently they're gonna directly link those games, which is wild. And they're making another Alan Wake game too that's gonna involve.
They should. Alan Wake is a really
underrated game in my opinion. I love Alan Wake.
I think it was rated all right. I think most people who played Alan Wake like Alan Wake. Anyway, but if you already bought the regular edition, you don't get the upgrade. You need to repurchase the Ultimate Edition in order to take advantage of next gen stuff. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's like I don't like that shit especially because I mean, full disclosure, we might be extra salty about this because we just bought this game like maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and neither one of us has really played it that much. I actually recently deleted it because I knew I wasn't going to finish it soon. But yeah, I'm kind of pissed because I don't really want to rebuy it, and I wanted to wait for the PS5 to come out because my PS4 can't really handle it. So now I'm kind of like, fuck, dude.
Well on the PlayStation 4, so yeah, I was also looking forward to playing it on the, other version. I just think it's kind of dumb that they wouldn't.
I don't see the point. I don't get it because you already had like a deluxe edition that people already purchased with all the DLC, and then you release additional DLC. So like I don't get why like you're just kind of screwing everybody over. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do that, at least like I mean, at the very least, like maybe a fee at the very least. Like, oh, you have to buy this DLC. Like
right, like
at
it'd
the
be
very
different
least.
if it's like Okay, well, $10, $15, you get to take whatever edition you have and go up.
Yeah.
Uh, it only because everyone else is doing it. If everyone else weren't doing it, I think I wouldn't complain. If everybody were making you buy the games again, I think that
Mm-hmm.
would be like,
But most of
all
them
right,
aren't.
because yeah, the thing is, most of them aren't doing that, so
Yeah.
it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of
I feel like
funky
it's
to me.
weird. Like, and I don't get it because it's not like a retooling of the game either. They're not like it's not like a remaster or something. It's like it's the same game just with all the DLC and a new DLC. So I don't know. It gets to the point where I've already bought this version, so I might end up playing through it. Maybe you'll have better luck because you have a PS4 Pro, so I'm sure yours won't chug as much as bad as mine does when I play Control on my vanilla PS4. But I don't know. I don't. Maybe if it's on sale on PS5, I'll play it. But I'm not going to be purchasing it the day it comes out on PS5 because I already bought the fucking game. I'm good. And now other companies are announcing they're saying, well, our game is gonna be
Yeah, and
free.
I don't like that either. Like
I hate
I
that
get
shit.
it, yeah, capitalize. But uh I don't know.
I'm not
That's a
patting you
little
on the
weird.
back for something you should be doing already. That you already said you were doing. Everybody already said they were doing it. Because we already
Yeah.
said the games are going to be backwards compatible and have free upgrades. So I don't know. I'm kind of I'm a little sad about this. I've already seen a lot of people say they're not really going to buy the new version. I've seen some people say they are going to buy the new version because they want to see it, but I don't know. I don't want to buy $40 again just to play a game I already have on another console that didn't come out that long ago.
Yeah, I mean,
Came out last year. Like, come on. And I just
I
bought
think they
it.
just need to, I mean, if they want to charge for it, I think they should just do that. Cuz people who already have the game, when you weigh the value of now Control versus the other games you had, it kind of goes down because you won't be
Yeah.
able to use it in the next gen. I don't know. You might be able to if everything's supposed to be backwards compatible like it is. It might just you might be able to play the lower end version on the new console, which I'm sure it'll.
Is probably
But
still great. Like that's the funny thing. Like, what if that's what it is? Is it's actually just miscommunication? They're like, no, we're not going to give you a brand new PS5 version of the game, but yeah, you can play the old version, even though the old version isn't that much different than whatever the new version will be. I'm curious. I mean, I'll probably just download the game to my PS5 and then click it and see what happens, just for shits and giggles. But I mean, we'll talk about this later. I think it is kind of funny that you can't use a PS4 controller for anything but playing PS4 games on PS5, and people thought that was a bad thing. But
yeah, well, okay.
Round two. Fight.
Suicide Squad
yeah,
game. Everybody got super excited about this. Um, I mean, here's the thing. I think mm, I like Rocksteady. I like their Batman games.
right.
I think they do Batman really well.
I
But I
like
think
that shit.
I like Batman. but I think Batman. I mean, I think everyone will agree. Batman's very different from most of the rest of the DC
Yeah,
universe, right?
yeah. No, I
Um,
agree. I agree.
and Suicide Squad. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why. Um,
Harley Quinn.
well, even why Harley Quinn. I kind of know why they're pushing Suicide Squad because when you look at the DC universe
Mm-hmm.
versus the Marvel universe, right?
Right.
The Marvel universe has it's just done way better with teams. Even the obscure teams like Guardians of the Galaxy are more entertaining than your DC teams.
Right.
Name 3 DC teams. Justice League
Justice
and
League, Gotham City Sirens, which that's not even a team. The
That's
Birds
not
of
even a
Prey.
team.
Is that a team? Teen Titans.
Yeah, but they've just put the sirens, or they basically put the Birds of Prey, like the new version with Harley Quinn, and like they already did that and they kind of ruined it.
Okay, what
Teen
about
Titans,
Teen
right?
Titans? And, okay, and the
Mhm.
Titans. Boom.
Teen Titans, Titans, the
I know,
same
I know,
thing.
I know, I know. I'm
Same
just fucking
same
around.
people, doesn't matter. And then you
Um,
got Marvel who have
no.
Avengers, which the Avengers, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't. If you don't read comics and you haven't been reading comics for a long time or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
the Avengers were basically taking B-list and failing
Garbage
books
ass
and putting them
boys.
together to make them better, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
You have the X-Men. You have all the versions of the different X-Men, which are interesting. You have like
Right.
they're just better. So I see why DC is pushing Suicide Squad, because the other DC teams kind of suck. Justice League is cool, but the problem is you've got all these perfect. I mean, you got
Yeah.
Superman and
Wonder
Batman
Woman.
and Wonder Woman, and these
The
people like
Flash.
you can't make a Justice League movie
It was
until you make
when they tried it
a
was
Superman
garbage.
movie and a Batman movie and a Wonder Woman movie, and they tried to like do it in the fastest way possible by
And it was
making a
bad.
Superman movie and then a Batman Superman and Wonder Woman movie, and then it just didn't work,
It was
right?
pretty bad. Yeah.
So now they go Suicide Squad, who, these characters, some of them are less known. They're villains, so they can do more racy things with them. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
can't really hurt Superman that
Still
much,
fucked
right?
that movie up, even though it won an
And
Oscar.
it was a
But
horrible movie, right?
yeah.
This game with Suicide Squad, I think it's an interesting idea. I mean, if you look at this poster too, if you really look at it, there's something going on with Superman. That's not regular Superman. Suicide
Oh,
Squad
really? I didn't see
are
it like
good
that.
guys. The bad guys who get like it's like the Dark
Oh,
Avengers. It's like
yeah.
you take bad
Yeah.
guys, you put them in a group and say, hey, here's your
Uh,
rehabilitation,
yeah.
reconciliation to society is to use your powers for good.
Yeah,
If you look
that's
at
what the last
Superman,
few
he's got
iterations were too. I remember reading like
but it's always
the new 52 Suicide Squad. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Suicide Squad's always kind of been that. It's an interesting idea, which is why I think they're
It's like
using it.
X-Force,
But if you
but
look here,
criminals.
you're gonna be fighting a Superman or other characters as well who seem to be possessed. It's maybe a Brainiac thing. If you're looking at the color, it might
Yeah,
be
he's like purple or some shit.
yeah, like his skin is crackled and all that stuff. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah, no, that's
I
cool.
don't know how they're gonna execute that it's a team, and Rocksteady
Yeah,
have
it's a
only
team
done
game.
Batman. Which in Batman, yeah, you can switch to Catwoman and all that stuff every once in a while. But
Well,
I don't know.
I actually saw a leaked. It's not. It's a leak that you take with a grain of salt. Let's put it like this. This person's been quote unquote right about DC leaks before, and I saw it on Twitter. And what I saw is that this is kind of like DC's answer to the Avengers game. Is kind of what people have been saying, is that there'll be other villains you can unlock, or other people you can unlock that you can play as in the game, and it'll be like a team thing like that. Like, that's what the rumor I saw was. That's not confirmed. Not saying that that's what the game is. If that's the route they're taking, I don't really want that. If it is a story type game though, with maybe some co-op elements, that would be cool. I would like to see that. That would be really nice to be like, oh, cool. There's he's gone. Yeah, no, I would like to see, something that's more so like something like you said, where it's story based, but you have multiple heroes or something like that. Like something where it's not, a multiplayer based thing, but it's more like story based. That's what I want to see, because I feel like I
Destiny
like when
has
Rocksteady is like,
ruined. Destiny has ruined like a large portion of games, because Destiny they're the first to kind of do their hybrid console MMO live service kind
Yeah.
of game, and
Yeah.
they did it really well.
They did it well.
So everyone's trying to copy it.
Yeah.
Even Destiny tried to copy it with Destiny 2,
And it didn't work.
and
It didn't work as well.
no, it's fine. Destiny
No,
2 is
They
massively successful.
no. It's twice as successful as the first one, but at first they kind of messed up, and then they brought it back with some other stuff. But no, Destiny 2 is probably one of the most successful games out right now, if not like top 5 or 6 successful games. It's pretty successful.
Very successful. I mean, it's a very successful game. That's great. But everyone's trying to copy that. The Avengers game, which I'll play this weekend, the Suicide Squad. If that's what this is, I hope it's not. I hope it's more of a story. If it's multiplayer, that's fine, but I don't want it to be.
I want to be a story-driven game. That's
service
what I want.
game.
Because I feel like you can't do that with the hero thing. Because I don't know, like. See, because the thing about Destiny and stuff like that is that what makes it fun is that it's a customizable character. There are different builds you can make. There are different things you can do to make, this raid easier, to put your team together so that you're prepared for certain sub-bosses and shit like that. Like, that's what makes Destiny fun, right? I don't know how you do that with a hero game where we know, like, these heroes have been established for decades, some of them.
No, you can do that. Look at Injustice 2. Look at Mortal Kombat.
Look at Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat. Those are not MMOs.
They're not MMOs, but you can customize your. I mean, and those games aren't even focused on that, right? Like these MMO type things are gonna be focused on customization. You can do tons of crazy stuff with Batman and Superman or whatever in Injustice 2. I think they can do enough where you can customize costumes.
Okay, fair enough.
And all that. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about if it's gonna be fun. And
I think what I'm saying is that it doesn't have as much longevity as something like Destiny does, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how long something like this is, like, people keep going back for that, because, like, I don't see how much variety, I don't see how much true variety is in how much shit they can add to this game and what kind of, like, missions you can do and stuff.
I think there's plenty. I mean, you literally have, what is it, 70, 80 years of
fair enough,
lore and everything to throw in the game. The problem is when you have games like this, which is the same problem with Destiny, which was the same problem with Anthem, why probably to me why it finished so fast.
Right.
It's the same problem with kind of like Monster Hunter as well, is that you have to sacrifice other games to play it. You can't just you can't.
It's basically the only game you play.
Well, it doesn't have to be the only game you play, but if you want to like engage and participate, you've got to play it all year, every year, or however long it goes. You have to have your friends invested with you too. Like, I'd still be playing. I played Monster Hunter for the past like 2 years. I'd still be playing it if my friends played it.
Right.
You guys.
I actually might hop back on Monster Hunter soon. We'll see, but
no one plays with me.
Oh no.
But
I might get back on that soon. That game is actually fun, but yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. There's variety in there, but that's the thing, is the game service things. I feel like I know people who play Destiny, and for the most part, the people I know who play Destiny, that's most of what they play. They might take a break and play something else for a little bit, but then that's most of what they play.
13. I don't even know which one it is.
14. Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it's not that, and I hope whatever it is, it's good. But to me, like, what I'm worried about the Avengers game, I haven't played it yet. I've heard lots of mixed stuff. Some people really love it. Some people,
I've heard mixed
not
stuff.
So much. Right.
I've heard some just straight hater shit too, though. So yeah.
For me, it's the combat. Combat is if there's a game that has combat, to me the most important part is the combat.
That's why I like Tsushima so much.
Good, so. Yeah, well,
that's why Tsushima works.
Yeah, well, all right, well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about it.
Now multiply from 10 backwards. 3 times 10 is 30. Going forward.
This one's still long, huh?
Yeah, but we're gonna let it go.
3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 1.
It's a long one, huh? It is.
Yes, it's like 2 minutes. That's like.
I'm gonna be honest. Usually when this one goes, I just mute and then I like look at my phone and come back.
We probably owe that person royalties after all this. But all right,
Nobody listens to shows.
This is actually a pretty big one. We might talk about this one a little longer than we need to, but then again, Shavar kind of knows more what's going on,
Look,
so you can
we
kind of
don't
describe it.
This is all okay. Apple is in deep dog doo-doo. Fighting off the competitors, Facebook, Microsoft, and Epic. And everyone should know. It's kind of like the news, but if you don't know,
Yeah, it's in like big news
I should get
places
that Hulk
now.
Hogan town. If you don't know,
Oh yeah, brother.
Apple's Apple Store is like it's got to be the most profitable app store
Yeah.
at the moment, right?
Strict
I mean,
ads.
Google is doing fine, I'm sure, but it's the most profitable. But they have rules to the terms of their apps, and one of the rules is if you have an app, well, okay, there are two rules because the story starts really with Microsoft. There are two rules. The first rule is you can't have apps in beta out for the regular public. You can have
Right.
apps in beta out for the Apple beta app program.
Right.
That's fine. People can do that, but you can't have apps on the store that people download and then it ends up just being in beta. That's just
Yeah.
quality of service.
Yeah.
So Microsoft had their what's it called? Live Xbox
I think it was Cloud X or
X-
something like that. xCloud.
Cloud.
Yeah, xCloud.
xCloud. There we go. Microsoft had the xCloud on there, it's in beta. Apple said no, you can't do that, so they took it off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Facebook, and then they go. I guess they launch. Facebook Gaming launches on there. But
Mhm.
the second rule that's important to the story is that if you have an app on the App Store and purchases are made through that app, of course, Apple has to make money. But also, you cannot sell other apps through that App Store that are not already verified by Apple.
Right.
So if you
right.
have an app and let's say you make 6 apps and in one app you advertise your other apps, you can do that. People can click it and download it as long as those other apps are on the, App Store and right, which means they're rated by Apple. Apparently, this is the most evil thing to ever happen for a company to do, which to me, okay. And then Facebook still launches their app there with no game.
So yeah. It was their game. It was their Facebook gaming app, and like you could have mini games that go with people streaming, but you can't on the Apple version. You can't play those games.
Right. And so when I saw that, I'm like, and they Facebook says there's limited functionality because Apple's rejected it. To me, it's like okay, it's kind of a publicity thing, like to get people to talk about it, right? Because they could just not put it on the Apple Store like everyone else does.
Exactly.
And then Epic comes around, and with Fortnite, which has already been on the App Store, they update Fortnite to include purchases and subscriptions that go around Apple's payment model.
Yeah, totally not, a thing done on purpose or anything.
It's totally done on purpose because, of course, as soon as Apple bans the app, which is Fortnite's a giant fucking app, right? Everyone likes.
Yeah. Even the mobile version is very popular. Yes.
It's very, very popular. As they do that on purpose to get banned. Apple bans them, and like out, not even a day later, they're out with this video mocking, the old Apple commercial,
where they throw the thing at the screen. Yeah.
The lawsuit, and I get it. That everyone wants their apps on the store to do their thing, but like to me this is just like corporate like childish. I don't even know how to say it. And then two, the way that people are reacting to this, it's working. Like people are being persuaded like they're a bad anti-consumer because
they won't let people
their app. Like,
they won't let people go outside of their system. Well, I feel like that's funny because like okay, one, I don't find anything wrong with what Apple is. Apple's like, you know, whole app store deal is. Like, right? Like they've always been like that with everything. Like they're very like, it has to be in our ecosystem. We have to have everything approved by us. We don't have an open app store like, you know, Android where you can just go download shit. We don't have a setting you can turn off where you can download any app off the internet. You have to literally jailbreak your phone and break our warranty in order to do shit like that. So
I mean, you can just download from the internet.
no, I
I've
mean
done it.
you can just download apps on the
I've done
internet.
it for many. Yeah, you can go to the internet, download certain apps. As long as you get the signature with it as well, you're fine. Now, Apple may ban the signature as a
Oh,
spam or something, but you can do it. You don't have to jailbreak your phone because I think that's illegal to not. I don't know. Anyway, you
well,
can't.
anyway, we know that Apple is this strict. I just know that it's funny that Epic did this on purpose, the whole updating the App Store to only do their purchases to do something else. I know that they did that, like, you know, they did that just to fuck with them and be like, okay, cool, let's sue you. But it's weird because you're right. It's like this is something that's been around for a while too. I don't know why people are acting like this is a new thing with the App Store. Like,
It's not new.
yeah,
And it's not bad either. Like PlayStation essentially does the same thing. That's why if you play Fallout 4 on the PlayStation versus the Xbox, on the Xbox you can download mods created
yeah.
by
Oh, and people
anyone
hated that shit.
that add new things to the game. In PlayStation 4 you can't because PlayStation 4 has those rules for security. It's the same thing with the crossplay.
Mm-hmm.
Sony doesn't want that liability of people being able to infiltrate things a certain way.
Yeah,
Xbox doesn't really, Microsoft doesn't see that as a problem, which is just two different ways. That no one's wrong in
yeah.
either of
No.
those situations, but I think like sometimes I've been playing games all my life, right? And when I was a kid, it was a thing to be a gamer, but like like these days, I'm realizing that absolutely means nothing besides
Gamer
you play games.
discrimination.
It's not the same as saying like they're basketball dudes. You know what I mean? The dudes that play basketball and they share the same culture of like wasting lots of money
Right.
on shoes, wearing clothes that are a little too
Spending
big,
80% of their time in the basketball court. Yeah.
spending lots of time in the basketball court and like those kind of things. They're like there are no game people because if there are game people, I don't belong in that group because they're very easily persuaded by like really dumb stuff.
They don't
it just-
exist. There are no
like, it doesn't-
gamers. Gamers extinct.
Well, you can. If you're a gamer, it just means you play games. It doesn't mean anymore like I don't know. It maybe never meant this, but when I was a kid, and if nobody said I'm a gamer anyway, that's not what people said. But if you knew someone else played video games, like they played video games,
Yeah.
you knew there are certain things you could talk about and agree or disagree on how good or something is.
Right.
Like there is a commonality between people. Now it just seems like if you play games and I play games, probably like we both like McDonald's chicken nuggets, and then other than that, there's a good chance you're also an idiot too.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't get how I've seen so many YouTube videos about Apple's getting taken down for the evil
Oh god.
business practices. Like what?
Yeah, I don't get it because no, I get what you're saying. Like gamers stuff is I get what you mean. It feels funny saying it like that. But no, I get what you mean. Like a lot of the time it's just people who I feel like everybody is just kind of like following the leader here. They're like Epic's taking down the Apple store. But I don't think
Well, we
anybody's
also live in a
going to see
time
like
that
I don't think anybody's going any further to be like, okay, but like, what are they actually doing? Like, how there's actually gonna help anybody? Like, why are they doing this? Like, it's strange. I don't know.
we also live in a time that's very anti-capitalist, anti-big business. So
Which is funny because okay,
doesn't-
Epic's the small
it doesn't
guy.
even matter that Epic is gigantic, ridiculously
Yeah.
big company. But it's just that a big like I saw Jim Sterling's video about how like no one's a hero, and he's right, but also like Apple's not evil for having terms of Like,
No, like
just
they've always
because
been like
Android
this.
and Google let their shop kind of be open to whatever's going on doesn't mean everyone has to do that. I think
No,
it's
because
just
that's also
it's
why
weird.
the Apple I mean the Google Play Store is also, you know, the fact that it's less regulated isn't a good thing. That's also a thing, but I feel like people aren't really like addressing that part. But yeah, no, I feel like it's kind of weird how people have just like chosen this side of Epic right, Apple bad. I don't like Apple do wrong thing. I don't get it, but
I mean, it's hey man, it is what it is. I don't even know what number we're on. That's 4.
oh cool.
Um, how'd this get here?
What is this?
I guess this is the Facebook app.
Oh, it was the
Let's see.
Facebook one. Okay, okay.
Yeah. John Wick
Okay.
5.
I didn't even know
I'm
there
not
were
like a big
there were
fan
5 of them.
of John Wick movie. I didn't know there was a 4. Is there a 4?
No,
Is there
4
5?
4 comes out next year, and then 5 comes out the year after. I think.
Okay. I don't really look. Hey, Keanu Reeves, do your thing.
Love
People like
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves.
Reeves and his movies. Go ahead, do your thing. I'm not anti Keanu. I'm fine with Keanu. I think that's an interesting name. Keanu kind of sounds like a dog's name too, right?
Whoa!
Would you name a dog?
What happened to your face?
Oof. Oof. I don't know. Oof. Oof.
Oof. Oh damn! He oofed himself. Everybody, it's happening. His camera said,
Oh,
"Bleep
I
bleep."
think my camera died.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah, I got this. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, cool. Slight pause. Just a slight pause. I'm gonna talk about John Wick while he gets his camera hooked up.
Mistake.
You made a mistake. Is that what you said? You have a steak? Anyway, I have never watched John Wick past the first one, so I need to watch all of those. I don't know why there's 5 of them. That shit's kind of nuts. I feel like it's kind of crazy there's 5 of them. Why are there 5 of this man? I know that he killed the guys because of the dogs. I get that. You know, if somebody killed my dog, I'd probably commit a murder spree too. I know I just said that on recording. Just know that if it happens in my neighborhood, I didn't fucking do it. But you know what? It's okay. It's gonna happen. It's fine. It is what it is. Oh my gosh, Shvar coming back. Oh my god. He's coming back. He's coming back. Shady's back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Shady's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. What's up?
Something probably changed. I'm sure I'm out of focus now.
No, you're good. It's all good.
But yeah, I'm a little out of focus. But yeah, that's okay.
It's alright.
We're gonna
It's
hold
alright.
on. I know what's wrong.
Oh. He's gonna get it correct. It's ready. He said, I want to make sure this shit is
All right,
pristine.
I'm
Pristine.
I'm back.
Cool.
All right. Anyway, I don't want to talk about John Wick so much, because, like I said, get whatever. I do want to talk about how The Last of Us 2.
How did you fucking whoa, shit, he did it. He fucking did it.
It's called the pivot, baby.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. After I beat Last of Us 2, I was like, that was fun. It was exciting.
Yeah.
It's going left and right and up and down. I liked it. And why did people like really hate this game? So I was avoiding spoilers. I blocked everything, and so I actually went and spent maybe 2 hours figuring out why people don't like.
Can you tell me? Because I actually have not figured it out yet. I don't get it. I thought it was because they hated women. That was part of what I saw.
Okay, so here's the thing, and I think this is a thing like people have to kind of, especially our generation. Look, hey, we have racists and homophobes and whatever. When we're talking about like stuff like video games, if we're talking politics and things that'll change the world and people's lives, fine. But if we're talking about like video games and stuff, it's just like, of course, the racist guy is gonna be racist and hate the Asians in the game. Of course,
Yeah.
the homophobic guy is gonna hate the lesbians.
Ellie's gay?
Of course,
What?
like I don't care about that. I'm gonna subtract that from my aggregate.
Yeah, fuck those
are
guys.
people
Those
who-
are outliers. Weirdos.
I'm talking about the average person who didn't like the game. And of course, you had those other things, but the average person. That John Wick quote is spot on. Because
Wasn't
out
there an editorial that said like we need games with less gray morality?
Yes, well, that's the best part of the game, the gray morality.
Yeah.
I think the game does a good job of focusing on morality, of focusing on motive, of focus like even
The
you as a
consequences of
player
your
do
actions.
things that make you think like, I've been doing this for years and now I'm doing it this way, and it's like it's that Nathan Drake thing. Like Nathan Drake
Yeah.
kills a lot of motherfuckers,
Yeah.
but then we act like Nathan Drake is a
hero.
right?
Yeah.
Right, and he is,
And that's kind of the
Heroes
point
kill.
they make about, you know,
That's why they're called
The
World War
characters.
II heroes. Heroes kill.
see,
But I
man.
learned that people hate this game. And okay, look, I'm gonna spoil Last of Us for the next like 2 minutes. I'm gonna be quick on it, right?
yeah, I want to do this. This is good.
People hate this game. The number one reason I found, besides this homosexuality, number one reason I found, a main character dies,
Yeah.
which to me is a childish thing. That is part
Wait,
of
you mean the first?
narrative.
You mean the first like the first 30 minutes of
Right.
the game? Is
The
that
main
what they're
character
talking
dies.
about? Oh my
Right.
god!
They're upset that the developers don't tell you that a main character dies before the game comes out. The fuck?
Shavar, you know what this is, right?
And
It's a
three-
repeat of MGS2. It's the same fucking thing all over again.
3, well, it's a little less than that. It's a little more than that. 3, what really tickled people's fucking taints here is what defines John Wick quote, really. 3, people are upset that you don't just go and kill the antagonist.
And that's not just the end
They're
of the
upset
story.
that the game doesn't end like every John Wick movie, like every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, like every action, like every other thing does, where the good guy goes
There's an epic fight, and then that's
and
it.
kills the bad guy.
See,
That's what they're upset about, and it's like, then don't complain about your Fortnites.
yeah,
Don't complain
yeah.
about your like single path narratives that like, don't complain that your Fallout games and your Mass Effects are black and white morality.
Ooh,
when
remember when people
you
got mad
finally
about that
get a
Mass
game-
Effect ending? Ooh.
When you finally get a game that just it throws what it does in front of you, it is the story that it is. It treats each character equally. In a way.
Yeah.
And then you don't like it because it's not like rainbows and shaved vaginas.
Do people remember how the first one ended?
But that's the thing.
Like
It
the
is
first
one. Well, the thing is, the first one, the big like thing. Okay, this is more than 2 minutes here. You might want to skip forward a little more. The big thing
sorry.
about the first one is that ambiguity, that grayness that comes at the end.
Yeah.
everything that happens before, I think everything that happens before that in the first game, most people can agree on.
Well-
Violence is okay sometimes.
Right.
Is needed
Right.
sometimes. People have to grow up. Different situations that happen require different natures from people.
Right.
I think everyone
Well,
really can agree on the themes of 99% of the first
the
game
first one.
until the end.
That's the thing though, is that like that whole gray morality part is that like they have to take most of the second game to address that, because they didn't address that as much in the first game. Like, Joel was a smuggler. What did he do as a smuggler? Why would people maybe want to come after him? What's going on with this? Like, all of that stuff is like, that's like the big thing. Like, the first game was already about gray morality. Like, that was the point. There was, I mean, most of it was about how, I guess some people, all they really got out of the first one was zombie bad, but I mean,
I don't think the first game was that much about gray morality.
no,
I think the
no,
first game
yeah, it's not. It had you know, references to stuff like that, but there was nothing that you as the character did during the course of what you were watching in the game that made you think, damn, is this really okay? And the second one does that a lot more. And I feel like people hated that because I saw a lot of fucking dumb people saying shit like there were no likable characters because they were all, no, okay, they're not dumb, but I saw a lot of people saying there are a lot of unlikable characters because all of them were bad people, and I'm like, okay, like, so nobody was relatable because
that to me is a problem. Everything has to be good and bad. I don't think it was just because there are all these bad characters. I think the characters are more like just people.
Yeah,
there aren't really. I mean, you do have good people and bad people,
and it's the situation too. They're in a fucking apocalypse. Like, come on,
people, right? Yeah, I thank you for John Wick for bringing this up, but playing that game and then actually like going, I went to Reddit, I went to YouTube, I watched maybe like 45 minutes of YouTube video. It's just the most childish complaints.
Yeah,
and then like, and the thing that gets me is it's okay to not like stuff, because I didn't like the choice made at the end of Last of Us the first.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I appreciated what it was in the story. It like, and it's like, people
I liked
like
it though.
them. So if you don't like something, it's like they blame. It's weird. I don't know.
They blame the weirdest things. I don't know. I hate it because
like the game or what happened to the story, that's fine. But if you're gonna make a 20-minute YouTube video about it, it's got to be more than you deceived us by showing another character in a cutscene.
Yeah, which is funny because
you tricked us by not telling us. Like,
it's MGS2. It's Metal Gear Solid 2 all over again.
A little bit, yeah.
A little
bit Metal Gear Solid.
It's shades of Metal Gear Solid 2. No, because that's what I kind of got out of it. I mean, yeah, outside of the people who are blatantly hateful. I mean, I just saw a lot of people who were mad that the game didn't have a clear-cut A to B ending. Like, you open up your Ellie. Jesus Christ. Okay, never mind. No, let's go on. Okay, Street Fighter producer Yoshinori Ono to leave Capcom after almost 30 years. So yeah, the guy behind he's how many different fucking Capcom games is he behind?
We will finally get a new era of Capcom. Holy Jehoshaphat.
Did you not like this era of Capcom?
No, I think this era of Capcom was fine. But just like every company, every kind of creative bubble, especially when you look at Japan, right? Stuff gets stale when you don't have new blood coming in. Yoshinori Ono was great. I think it was great for the community. He was really active. He'd go to all these events, like the picture was showing. Do you see this photo here?
Yes, that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He goes. He dresses up as a cosplay. He's really interactive. I think he knows what players want, as far as some things, but I think a lot of. I think he was really good for Capcom and Street Fighter when Street Fighter 4 released.
Yeah.
I think that's what they needed.
Because that like revived Street Fighter, honestly.
It revived fighting games. It revived everybody was playing old games.
We've talked about this before. No, you're right. You're right. 4, Street Fighter 4 was like, yeah.
But he's become stale. right? There's lots of stuff being said. So Street Fighter 6 was supposed to have been announced already by now, but it's held back. It's delayed. Part of this is apparently Ono's fault. Also, I think a lot of people saw this coming. I saw it coming, especially I think it was like earlier this year when he's been getting demoted.
But before we get more into Yoshinori Ono, what is he known for besides Street Fighter 4? Like, because he's been around for a while. Like, he's worked on other stuff.
I'd say right now the most important thing is Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 4 and 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Yeah, he's both of them.
And 5.
Devil May Cry. He also worked on some Resident Evil games, Onimusha. No. Just wanted to clarify that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've always known him mostly for Street Fighter. He is Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Alpha,
he's mainly Street Fighter.
3,
yes.
Third Strike, Devil May Cry. Yeah, Onimusha. It's really strange, right? Because when you look at it, Street Fighter Alpha. Oh, that's cool. Sound programmer. Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, sound producer. Street Fighter Alpha 3, sound manager. Devil May Cry,
he's the
sound
producer.
design coordination.
Oh, he is the producer, yes. He's the creator.
And then we get to... And he became a producer, right? He's getting...
he rose in the ranks, okay.
He rose in the ranks. He's getting... he became executive producer at Capcom, all that stuff. And then starting, beginning of last year, he started getting demoted.
Shit.
And
why,
what happens
though?
in Japan is when they demote you and demote you and demote you, people don't get fired in Japan. That's just how it is. And it's not necessarily... You can be a hard worker, you can be a bad worker. That doesn't affect whether you're fired or not. What affects you being demoted and pushed to resign, because that's what happened here. He resigned, which means he got demoted to the point where if you stay, you're just going to be embarrassing yourself. What happens is the results. You could be the hardest worker. You could do everything, your work and everyone else's work in the group. But if the whole group doesn't succeed and you're the leader, you're the one that's going to get the fucking hairs pulled out of your scrotum.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
it's gonna
God.
hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Okay.
It's gonna be real bad.
Well, shout out to
Dark.
Well, shout out to Yoshinori. He ain't gonna be here. I'm sure he'll be fine retiring or whatever the fuck he's gonna do.
He'll probably just go somewhere else. And I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't be working. I'm sure he might make his own game. Who knows what he's gonna do? But I'm excited because also like budget concerns. I mean, we can see with Capcom they're doing a lot of stuff, Resident Evil and all that stuff. And apparently he's kind of screwed up whatever's going on with Street Fighter 6 because they're not supposed to have another DLC happening right now. The DLC for Street Fighter 5, the one that's just announced, will last until the end of next year, which means we probably won't get a Street Fighter 6 announcement until 2022, which is ridiculous, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
bad.
Ludicrous.
That's pretty bad.
So, the new guys are younger. They were on video the other day. They're younger. They seem more interested in new things like rollback code so that the game works better. I mean, this isn't like that interesting for a lot of people, but I'm sad that the guy doesn't have a job, but I'm happy that the guard is
new
changing,
new people get to do new shit. Yeah,
new people get to do stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't have a
What?
Yeah, I don't have a 6. I didn't move that to my new computer.
6. There it is.
Yeah.
So something we missed over our little.
I mean, we might have. Yeah.
We'll do it a little. It'll go real quick. Something we missed during our little hiatus.
All the Sony stuff. So
okay, you know what? Yeah, we'll save it. We'll go over it later.
No. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Sony's under.
Yeah.
Okay, Avengers. If you pre-ordered Avengers, which we did to play the beta, with that news came the news that Spider-Man, probably at the moment the most popular Marvel hero, will be exclusive to the PlayStation Fizzo.
Dope.
Manizos.
Perfect.
This has sparked outrage throughout the land.
Exclusive content! We hate it! I don't care. I have a PS4, so I'm good.
Look, here's the thing.
I'm straight. I got a PS4.
Look, exclusive content kind of does suck when you don't have the console or whatever to play it. That's true. Exclusive content sucks when you're a fan of something and you can't get it. Like the Fallout mods thing. I have a PlayStation 4 and I have an Xbox. Oh, that sucks. Can't get all those mods.
Yeah.
Right? But it's the same with everything that's exclusive. This isn't like a new thing. So when it's Halo, I don't see PlayStation people talking about how unfair it is that Halo's only on Xbox.
Yeah, not for
When
like at
it's
least,
Tomb Raider.
15 years.
Right, when it's Tomb Raider, it's like, oh, great job on the Xbox for getting their own Uncharted exclusive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get the part where people feel like because Spider-Man in video games is not licensed to Sony, Sony shouldn't have the rights to them in this game. Because you have Spider-Man on the Wii Ultimate Alliance game, you have Spider-Man on other games. But it's very clear that Disney
The Wii
and Sony have this relationship wherein they do want to keep each other happy. They are close, even though people try to make it seem like, oh, they're fighting over the rights of Spider-Man. No, this is a lot of money both of them make with the movies, and I'm sure it didn't take much. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Like,
yeah, no,
then
I thought
Sony
that
would
this
try to get
was
it, and
something
for
that was
Disney to
coming
say-
anyway.
right, and Disney to say that's okay. So, I get people being upset. I can't play Spider-Man. I only have an Xbox.
Yeah.
But
Boo-hoo.
also, well, don't make fun of people, you fucking asshole.
Boo-hoo.
That happens
Broke
all
boys.
the time with all these games. I don't see how that's anti-consumer. But the news is that no more exclusive characters are coming, and I'm sure that decision was made after all the outrage.
Oh, no. I'm sure that was... I'm honestly sure that Spider-Man was the only exclusive character. That's what I thought when I saw that, is that they were just like,
I think
okay, just to
Spider-Man
be
was the only
sure.
currently planned exclusive character, but I'm sure that at some point somebody said, okay, people aren't happy about this, so in the future we won't do this. I don't think they canceled any other exclusives. I just think they didn't have plans for other exclusives, and now they won't have plans.
Actually, somebody at Crystal Dynamics, people who are making this game, he literally said, like, it's because of the relationship between Marvel and Sony. Like,
of course.
Like, he literally said in an interview with IGN Japan. Like, it's not even like a speculation thing. So, yeah, I feel like people being butthurt over that is very strange. I mean, yeah, I'm sure, I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like if I didn't have that console, I still wouldn't feel that way. That's like me feeling like, oh shit, Xbox gets Spawn on Soul Calibur, but I don't back in the day.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
The thing is, it's like, of course Sony would do this. If you want to be mad at someone, I guess being upset at Crystal Dynamics for splitting it up is a thing, but also get a PlayStation.
Yeah.
If it's that important to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
go
not everyone
snag
just go get a PlayStation. It's not like
Yeah,
whatever.
no, not, don't, pay your rent. Yeah.
It's hard for me to see that many people, I mean, who don't have a PlayStation and have an Xbox. Like, I don't know. I just
That
think
pissy.
you're right. It's silly. I am looking forward to playing the game this weekend, though. So
No, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I haven't actually seen it in action, so I'm excited to see what it looks like. I mean, well, I have seen it in action. I watched some videos and it looked fun, but I want to see it in person. But shout out to those guys. Looking forward to that game.
yeah.
8.
Oh shit, that was wild.
Well, guys, this is your game.
Yeah, dude. Good game. But this is something that kind of happened earlier. So Fall Guys, it's a new multiplayer battle royale type thing I talked about at the beginning. But yeah, so these guys, it's an indie developer. They have the game published by Devolver Digital. They got really popular over the past week on Twitter and stuff. They've been having a lot of good interaction. But before all of that, the game came out on PlayStation Plus and PC on I think a couple weeks ago, right, beginning of August. And because it was a free game on PlayStation, and because a shit ton of people have been watching this game for at least since the end of last year or so, a lot of people logged on to play, and the servers were shit for a little bit, and people review bombed the game. Basically on like Metacritic websites and all these other places, they basically carpet bomb the shit and were like, the game is trash, the servers don't work like on Steam and everything too. And then the guys have to kind of go out there and be like, hey, listen, we're trying to get the servers to work, but the game is fun, right? So after a while, after they fix servers and everything, people turn their reviews scores around. But I don't know, I feel like it was kind of like, I feel like that's kind of why these review websites are kind of bullshit, because like Metacritic or like Steam reviews from people who clearly can't play a game for more than, like, if it's the day of, I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to put a review up. Like, that's like you buying a product from Amazon and you can go review it before it gets to your door. Like, that's strange.
To me, I think people, I don't care what the rating is, good or bad. I think people who go and rate, take the time to go and review a game on Metacritic are kind of weird, right?
Yeah, strange people.
I mean, it's one
I
thing
don't
to
use
go,
Metacritic at all.
I don't know. To me, it's kind of weird, right? Like, I would just say, oh, this game is shit, and throw it in the, well, I can't throw it in the trash digital, but, and then the people who go and read those reviews to decide whether to buy it, those are the really weird people.
Yeah, that's strange.
I
The
don't-
people who base their buy on that's weird.
I mean, maybe if you just absolutely don't trust media outlets and that's your thing, but then we also know that everything gets review bombed at one point or another whenever some controversy pops up, right?
Yeah, even if it's an indie game on its very first day, and people are like, your servers are shit, and they're like, we're trying, because I mean, even today the servers crapped out on me for a little bit, because I mean, they're trying to get better servers because the game is probably like 10 times more popular than they expected it to be. So,
well, they're also doing their charity thing, so whoever donates the most money gets a costume, and
Ninjas,
I mean, that's
donated.
okay.
Mr. Beast donated.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot.
Sorry, I said Mr. Beast donated, Ninja donated, a lot of people donated, which is nice.
Right. So, I guess good on them. What's this about Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones.
I'm back, bitches!
What's this about Game of Thrones?
Right, so it's not Game of Thrones. Ghost of Tsushima, this is a quick little update I thought was cool. Ghost of Tsushima, they announced a new multiplayer mode for it that's coming this fall. It's free for anybody who owns the game. It's a 4-player co-op, 2 to 4-player co-op mode. They're going to have a story mode and then also like a wave after wave, like taking down waves of enemy modes. But yeah, I was hyped because it's not connected to the story at all. It's based on all the Japanese legend stuff that's already in the game and some stuff that's not in the game. I'm excited because I feel like this is something that could actually have a lot of replay value, especially if they release updates to it and like keep adding things to it. And it should be a fun experience because I want to see what this is like in a multiplayer setting. Because as I keep playing Tsushima, when you do a lot of missions with like a sidekick or like the person who's doing the mission with you all the time, and they are very effective. Like they kill people, they do stuff during the battle. So I was always like, oh, this would be a cool co-op game, but I was like, nah, they would never do that. So I thought this is cool because I was like, oh, that is not something I thought they would ever do, even though I thought a lot of the things in the game could be set up for multiplayer. But I mean,
I think it's so cool that they're adding like here's the thing. I used to not be a big multiplayer guy. I would play multiplayer games, but it would always be like more competitive stuff.
Yeah.
But now that I have real friends, which I don't know, maybe that sounds incredibly sad.
Ooh, man.
but now that I have real friends, it's fun playing games with people.
Yeah, I know. It's more fun when you really know them.
So I'm excited to play this with the boys and hop in and chop
Yeah.
stuff up. To me it's a really challenging game too. Like I like challenging games, so
Yeah.
having the opportunity to do that.
I'm excited for how hard they'll make the multiplayer, because I know that because it's going to be more fantasy stuff, I know that there's going to be more than just, it kind of reminds me of the Far Cry Blood Dragon thing. I feel like it's going to be more like, insane, the type of shit you'll be fighting and stuff like that. But
I'm down for
yeah,
that, man.
yeah, no, I'm super excited for that.
I need my Neo itch scratched before I go back to Neo.
Before you go back to Neo, yeah.
Yeah, that DLC is out.
It's cool because I feel like this also shows that, I mean, they did an expansion for Infamous, Second Son. They did First Light for that one. I'm excited because I think that this means that there's even more content coming for this game. Not only multiplayer, but single player, because I want more single player content, because even if it's like a separate campaign, I will play that, because the game is fun as hell.
Yeah. I hope there's a new game plus. So that when
they
I
haven't
go
added
back
one
in the
yet.
game, I can actually kick some dicks in. Because I don't like dying so much. So now let's get to our main topics. I don't have my music, so we'll have to do that some other time. But you know what? Here's some... I don't know if that's a real T-Pain song.
If it's like the actual song, if we're gonna get
So
like,
I got this new
copyright stricken.
soundboard, and it's cool. It lets me like change my voice like now I'm a robot. Well now I'm a robot.
Okay, Mr. Robot. Okay, Travis Scott.
I can be Saw. What's that? What's the
Jesus Christ.
that Saw music? Ready to play. What does it say? Let's play a game. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know what song you're talking about. It's one with like 30 violins in it.
So now we have diversity
no,
on the show.
don't do that. Don't do that. Turn that off. Turn that off right
woman
now.
now.
Turn that off.
I'm a woman.
Turn that off. Turn that off right now. Half our listeners and viewers just turn this shit off.
Now I'm a Titan. I don't know what that means.
You having fun?
Now I'm in a cave.
Oh my gosh, he is having
Now
fun.
I'm way back in the cave.
He's really just out here. He's just fucking around with the soundboard, having a grand old time.
All right, this one's called Dark. Okay. I thought it was gonna make it sound like a black guy. Okay. No, it doesn't. Okay.
Are you not a black guy?
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Don't make these people think you're Indian or something.
Yeah. How about this one? It sounds like I'm an engine. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be.
No, you sound like a transformer.
Anyway.
Fucking loser.
Okay, so back to normal. We have two main topics, really: Xbox and PlayStation. Lots of news that we missed over the time. So we'll start with I keep saying the PlayStation. PlayStation. Okay, let's start with this fucking controller Avengers anti-consumer thing. First of
people
all,
are dumb.
and this
People are
point was
fucking
brought up
stupid.
by friend of the show, MXGXPX. The definition of anti-consumer means that whatever they do is bad for all consumers. When the things that they do are good for their consumers, That is the opposite of anti-consumer.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fucking
So-
lit that a PS4 controller work on a PS5. You know why? Because a
not
PS3
just that,
controller
the
doesn't work on a
Avengers thing,
fucking
yeah, that's
PS4. The fuck?
Well, I was talking about the Avengers thing because that is good for
They're consumers. Yeah, I
places,
don't see how that's.
But the controller thing.
Y'all stupid.
Am I crazy? Am I? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either,
It doesn't
man.
make any sense.
Super don't get it. Nope. I don't get it.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
when
but
you bought your
but-
PlayStation 4, did you expect to plug your PlayStation 3 controllers into them?
Fuck no, and guess what? They don't fucking work.
Okay, when you bought your Wii, your Switch, did you expect to plug in your Nintendo 64 controller into it?
Not even a little bit.
Okay.
So what the fuck are we even talking about anymore?
This kind of is to me it's very similar to the Epic Apple thing where Microsoft is kind of just capitalizing on like, hey, you can use the Xbox controller with the Xbox One, which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I never expected to not get a controller from a PlayStation. And when you buy the fucking machine, it comes with a controller.
Okay, but
They come with
also
controllers.
I saw a lot of people ignoring the part where it literally says in all. And this is also a lesson where I learned that a lot of people don't know how to fucking read. It literally says you can use it to play. You can use your PS4. You can use your PS4 controller with your
You
PS5.
can use your PS4
You can.
controller
You
to
can use
play
to
your
play
PlayStation
PS4 games. That's what you can use it for. What the fuck else do you want to use a PS4 controller for with PS5? To play PS5 games? No, that's not. Like, yeah, like, so who the fuck bought their PS3 and was like, I don't need no goddamn controller, let me get my PS2 controller out real quick, and then tried to shove it into the console for 30 minutes.
Not just that, who got a PlayStation 4 and said, I'm not going to use this fucking free controller that comes with it. Instead, I'm going to go plug in my PlayStation 3/2 controller in. This is ridiculous.
I saw some dumbasses saying, well, what about the second controller? Get your dumbass a second PS5 controller then. Why are we even talking about this?
I was talking about MXGXPX about this as well. Hey, check it out. Look, I know not everyone can afford. Probably a lot of people ain't gonna, depending on the price of these consoles, right? Like you can't. Not everyone can afford this stuff, especially the Corona and all this stuff. If you need a second controller and you cannot afford a second controller,
You wait and buy a second
they
controller.
and it's like $60, right?
You
It
wait
might be
and then you
70,
buy
who
another
knows?
one.
Like wait to buy a PlayStation or Xbox or whatever it is. Like
Until you can afford the controller.
I would never complain that. I don't know. Maybe I'm being insensitive to people who don't want to buy controllers.
Well, no. The thing is, Shirai, that it's fake outrage, because the thing is that nobody was
it is
asking
fake
about
outrage,
this
because
before
this was not.
this.
Yeah, right. This was
Like,
not.
this wasn't
something
an
people were
expectation.
expecting. Exactly.
This wasn't
Exactly.
a real thing. I don't think that this is like it's a non-story, because when I saw it, the first thing I did, I quote tweeted it and I said, why are we talking about this? Who expected this? And then I saw one of my friends saying, I had a friend who responded to me, and he was like, well, I was just hoping because I had extra controllers. And I was like, I get that, but like at the same time,
No, that's cool.
and
you
no,
can
and,
use it
and
for
straight up what I
PlayStation
said
4
was,
play.
well, that's what I said was like, that's cool, but like, how pissed were you when you got a PS4 and then your PS3 controllers didn't work? How many PS4 controllers do you have now? And he said 4. So it's like, okay, so you got the controllers eventually. What's the fucking problem? Like, I feel like gamers are getting to this point where like, they'll just hear stuff and they'll be like, I'm mad because that makes me spend money, even though it's
like I said before, you can't say gamers because it's too wide of a circle now. That's like saying humans.
I mean, it is
at this
gamers,
point.
because it is a lot of people who just play games.
Yeah. These people play games. That's a thing they have in common. But like,
I just saw a lot of people complaining
it's-
about this, and I
but
thought
you're
it was
right.
very silly.
It's manufactured outrage because people,
Whoever wrote that article
really
was
aren't-
so stupid. Because it came
Well,
from
like,
a
that's the
question
thing.
in a different article.
What'd you say?
Because it was an excerpt from a different article. It wasn't even the whole article that they were showing. It was just like an excerpt. So it was like, why are you even doing this? Like, I don't know. I feel like people are just like, now it's like we're expecting things that have never been expected before. This isn't something Sony never ever said before. So I don't know why they even
It's
brought it up.
manufactured outrage. That's all it is, man. It completely is. Like, if you're that upset about the controller, then you should have been upset every time. And unless somebody can explain this to me, please tweet me or whatever.
Yeah.
But
At Shavar Price.
yeah, at Trevor Price. But it just doesn't make sense. And also, you notice how no one's talking about either of these things anymore. You know why? Because it was fucking
Because
fake.
it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
Well, they also had a state of play, specifically,
Right. They showed.
not about the PS5, actually.
Right. They said that. They did show Crash 4, which is going to be on.
It's going to be on the
PS5,
PS5, and
sure.
Godfall, which is going to be on the
They
PS5.
did show Godfall, which is PS5, and so I don't.
And
I guess
Hood,
they-
which is
I
PS5.
guess- and Hood, which is PS5. I guess they said all that to keep like there's nothing new.
Keep the
for
expectations
PlayStation
low.
5,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Crash 4 looks like, if you like platformers, it looks great.
It looks like more
Godfall-
OG Crash, which is nice.
Yeah,
like the old Crash games.
Godfall, I'm interested in because
I like.
it looks like it might be cool, but then it looks like it might be. It's like it's really on the border of being like the things they do in this game are nice and then not. Like, I like the look of it. I like the shiny.
I just hope there's no pay to play.
Like,
stuff.
I usually like-
That's all.
I-
Man.
Yeah, me too. I usually like darker kind of game, Bloodborne, but I like kind of the look of this one where it's like heavy metalled armor, shiny,
Yeah.
but with agility. You're not slow. That's kind of interesting. But then when you tell me, oh, there are only what is it? You can't customize these looks. Like, all of those looks are different classes.
That's annoying.
It's kind of like Mortal Shell, where like this set of armor does this thing, and this set of armor does this thing, and then you can't customize them. Like,
That's messed
that
up,
doesn't
man.
seem that way. And then you tell me there are only 4 weapons. Like, it's kind of like Cyberpunk. They'll show me things, and I'm like, oh, I'd like to
No,
see
it's
that
cool.
in the game and try it. And then, but the core of it is like really throwing me off. So I don't know. I want to play Godfall, but
It should
I
be
kind of
free,
don't know if I
right?
want to buy Godfall yet.
I thought it
Huh?
was going to be free. Oh, I assumed it was going to be free. Never mind. No, okay. Well, we'll see.
I don't think it's free. No,
No, it's probably not.
I don't think it's
I
free.
thought it was.
Oh,
I mean, that
really?
was maybe like a rumor thing I read like a year ago, maybe. Who knows? No, Godfall looks good. Crash 4, I'm probably gonna get it at some point. Probably not like a release day type thing, but that's also not an exclusive either. Yeah,
Hood is the
yeah,
funniest name to me because I've like
I didn't know what it was
I
about
just wish it had
first.
more gangster stuff in it.
I know, but guess what? It's about fucking Robin Hood, which I'm good.
Yeah,
fam.
but the way they advertise it, because have you seen the advertisements for Hood?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't feel like Robin Hood. The narrative is like, we're gonna fucking stab these rich corporate motherfuckers in the throat and
Oh my god.
put our dicks in their ear or something.
Oh my god.
And then guess what? Other guys are also doing that, and then they want to stab us too.
That sounds like
That's
Robin
interesting.
Hood to me.
Robin Hood to me, I
that
always
is
think
literally
of, like,
Robin Hood.
Men in tights, you know.
Yeah, but that's like a comedy. Okay, anyway, that's
I know, but that's what when I think of Robin Hood, I think it's some chump who doesn't know how to spend his money right. You don't give money to poor people. That's like giving
what
fish
the
to a
fuck?
man who needs fish.
Okay, Donald Trump. Jesus
You got to
Christ.
teach the poor people how to steal from the rich
Ooh,
people.
Shavar said, "Let me
That's-
get my bootstraps
how you
pulled
do
up
it.
real quick." He said, "First name boot, last name straps looking ass." He said, "Why don't you simply stop being poor?" Oh yes.
No, I didn't say stop being poor. Look, here's the thing. Check this out. If I see a homeless person on the street,
All right, I don't like where this is going.
and I've seen
I don't like
I've
where
seen
this
many-
is going.
I've seen many homeless people on the street. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I have. You have. We all have. We've seen many homeless
Yes,
people.
we
on the street.
have. It's not like that's a part of a larger problem or anything.
I'm gonna stop. All right, okay. I'm just saying, you're never gonna help poor people get money if you just give them money.
Like I said, you got that Donald Trump. You got Donald Trump brain. You got because I'm gonna start calling you DT.
No, Donald Trump would just put a wall between us. He would.
And then he'd be screaming over you, "Hey, nigger, get a job." So I'm not.
Oh my God! Watch the.
He'd be like, "Hey, I'm not gonna give you money, brokey." Oh, broke ass.
Brokey.
Broke ass boy. So what's this? I didn't hear about the PS5 Pro. See, you were telling me about this. So.
I was telling you that this is purely rumor. Like we have rumors, right? There are rumors, and then there are rumors.
Pure rumor.
Like, because we know that there's an Xbox Series S or something along that line's coming out. So an Xbox Series X, baby, which to me is really gonna be strange because I don't know if the average common shopper is gonna know the difference between an Xbox One, a Series X, and a Series S.
One. Oh yeah, well they're getting rid of the Xbox One X. I think we forgot to talk about that last time, but that's out
no,
of
they're
the
getting
window.
rid of the Xbox One S.
No, they're also getting rid of Xbox One X.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have the Xbox One.
Yes, that is why people saying that they are not excited for Xbox Series
Xbox
X games because
Series
they have
S
to be
is basically
scaled
gonna
down
be an
for
Xbox One.
Yes, that is Shavar. You hit it right on the money. We were gonna talk about this in a minute, but this is something we were gonna cover this in an episode. We forgot to record we didn't forget. We couldn't record it a couple weeks ago, but it was reported that Microsoft stopped production on the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, the digital version of the Xbox One, right? Yeah. The Xbox One X, not just the X. Yeah, I'm not joking. So they're still making the Xbox One, but they're not making the most powerful version of the Xbox One. So all games are gonna have to be fucking work for both consoles. And this is why when Phil
the reason why Halo looks like shit. Right?
Yeah. This is why when Phil Spencer says it's just a meme, he's fucking lying. Whenever he says, "Oh, it's just a meme," no, it's not just a meme. That's why Halo Infinite looks like a Saturday morning cartoon commercial for fucking Clash of Clans and not a real fucking video game. So, yeah, newsflash, people. I just want you to know something about the Xbox, the new Xboxes. I have no idea why they would stop production of the One X. I feel like that is just the dumbest idea in the world. I feel like that's like, especially because they're keeping the Xbox One in production. So
if that's true, it's because of what
it's
I
not.
was saying.
No, it's not. If like I can look it up for you, but yeah.
Okay, it's because of what I'm saying. People are gonna get confused when you have all these consoles in a line at the store, and I'm talking your average like person who like buys one game a year or buys a game for their son or daughter. Diversity, son or daughter for Christmas and stuff. They're gonna walk in there and be like, it's easy with the PlayStation or the Wii.
I mean, people got confused with the Wii U and the Wii.
The Wii U and
that
the
confused
Wii.
the shit out of people.
That's why the Wii U didn't sell as well. Wii U would have been a blockbuster just like the Wii if it hadn't been for the name Wii U. People are like, what's that? Is that a peripheral?
Okay, so on The Verge, I'm going to show it to the webcam too. On The Verge, Microsoft is officially halting production of its Xbox One X and Xbox One S all digital edition consoles. So, yeah, dude, Xbox One X is stopping production. So if you want to get an Xbox One X, you could probably get one pretty cheap soon.
Yeah.
Sorry, my cat's hitting
okay, so anyway, PlayStation 5. I don't think there's going to be a Pro. We've already got a digital edition. We already got a...
Stop it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Stop playing with the... Is the cat licking your toes again?
No, she's scratching. You didn't hear that? She was scratching something. It was making a loud ass noise.
I didn't hear none.
Okay. Well, anyway, we'll talk about more Xbox stuff later. But yeah, PS5 Pro. What about that?
I don't think it's real. Okay. It's a concept. It's a patent. There might be, I guess, but I don't think. You know, the way the Series S is, it seems like that's gonna launch with or really close to the Series X. I think when they release the price, because I think the price is going to be about 600. I think they're going to say we also have the Series S at 550 or 500.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen. PlayStation's already shown a digital and non-digital version. I don't think they're going to show a third console.
I don't think so either. And if they come out with it, it's not going to be now. Also, I think, I don't know if you remember, this is something I brought up a couple weeks ago. The last time we had a podcast. This is the thing that I was talking about, the backwards compatibility thing. This is part of the same patent. So yeah, no, because this could also be used to basically make virtual versions of Sony consoles within another console. It would be cool if they did something wild where it was like, surprise, bitch, it's a fully backwards compatible console. Like, you got, or like, if it was something really weird, like it was like PS like 1 through 4, they could play all of those. That would be weird. They won't do that, but that would be like wild.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. I don't know. I don't think that if it does happen, it might happen, but I don't think it's gonna be within the year.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be within the year. I mean, they gave us a PS4 Pro at some point, and I'm pretty sure the rumors for that popped up like a couple years before it even came out, like a year before it came out. So it's not like it's not a possibility. So I mean, we'll see it. We'll probably see pro versions of both of these consoles at some point.
Right. Xbox rumors and news. Xbox Series X launches in November. So this comes from people seeing the new controller, which is already on sale. Because, of course, like we said, the controllers don't change between the Xboxes, right? So
Yeah.
the controller's already on sale. And on that package, it talks about the warranty starting and ending in November. So people are thinking that means the Xbox is out in November, around early November. Which to me wouldn't be a surprise at all.
Microsoft confirmed though, so they said like
I think
November.
they
They
confirmed,
said
like,
November.
yesterday, though.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, that's when I put this in. Yeah, no, they confirmed. Yeah, so it's coming out in November. Yeah, which
Okay, so it's
not
confirmed now.
surprised.
Still no price. And now that we're this far along,
I think it's gonna be
we
600.
know why they're not saying a price, right?
It's gonna be
Sony
600.
and Microsoft are afraid of what one another is gonna say.
I think the
I'm pretty
Xbox is
sure-
gonna be 600 and the PlayStation is gonna be 400, 450.
No, I think they'll both be the same. I think what's happening is they're waiting for the other to say. I think they're both higher than people are expecting, and I think they're
You think
waiting
it's
for the other to
600?
say what it is. I think it might be. I think it might be 600 around there. I think they would like to sell them for 7. That's what I think. But I think what they're doing is they're sitting back and waiting for the other to say something so that they can pull a second price out of their bum really quick.
Yeah, they got some
I
bullshit.
think they know how much, because they have to have a price where they're gonna lose money on the consoles. They make Sony
Yeah.
especially always talks about how they make most of the money on the games,
Yeah,
especially at the beginning.
yeah.
Xbox does too, but I think they have two prices depending on how much money they're wanting to lose, and they know that everyone's looking at each of them to give a price, and they know whoever comes out with the lowest price, because the difference in these consoles from what they're showing us, especially the way Xbox is just bungling it looks
Yeah.
like the power difference is either very little or it looks like the PlayStation has the games, the Xbox say they have the power, but they haven't really shown us what that power is.
I
They're showing us a lot of
feel like
indie
it's the
games and Broken
same.
Halo.
I feel like it's the same thing with the Xbox One, where it has the hardware, but it's not gonna like put it to its full use. Like because I mean like
Xbox One didn't have the hardware though.
yeah, I mean Series X. I mean
One X
anyway,
did.
yeah, the One X. Yeah, there are some games that the One X didn't utilize all the way, but I mean I feel like that's kind of the situation we're gonna be in, especially with what I said before about their scaling games for the Xbox One. I mean, I may be completely wrong. If I'm wrong about that, please email me, tell me I'm wrong
Yeah,
about
they
that.
are.
But
I don't think it
yeah.
matters that much that they're scaling games, but I do think it matters when I think it makes the work a lot harder when that game has to work on both.
yeah, I feel like that sucks for developers.
You're right, and I think that's
Yeah,
part of the reason why Halo looks so bad because they're working on two systems.
Halo
So we
Infinite.
had the yeah, well, we had the Xbox first party show, which everybody's waiting for because before they had the third party, which wasn't very exciting. Um, I let's go from least impressive to most impressive.
Okay, least impressive, I would say, was Destiny 2 on
I'd
Game
say State
Pass.
No, I'd say State of Decay 3. A, because they showed a cinematic trailer, and B, because we know State of Decay doesn't look like that or play like that. We know what State of Decay is. It's a fun game. At least the first one
Yeah.
was.
The first two look exactly the same. So
Uh, I don't know about that, but State of Decay 3, the CGI trailer, not really
well,
needed.
actually, I
It
heard
should
the
have shown
second one was
gameplay.
buggy as shit and not good. Now that I think about
Yeah,
it, fuck.
exactly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Next is Destiny 2. That's great.
That's
It's on
that's
Game
awesome. So
Pass.
Destiny 2 is on
Cool.
Game Pass. That's great.
Right. Um, I don't.
Which for
Whatever.
people who don't know,
Um,
that's like if you have Xbox games, if you have Xbox Gold, you have access to Game Pass, and you get to play. I think it's great because you get to play a lot of newer games, and you get to.
it's a great
So it
service.
takes them off sometimes, which sucks, but it's kind of like Netflix for games, for your Xbox, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool. And you get to download
Yeah,
them. You're not streaming them like PlayStation Now. You download them to your
and
console.
it is
So.
very clear that Microsoft is going all in on the Game Pass.
Oh,
thing
they're going
because
hard on Game Pass.
You get basically every game that's coming out for free on Game Pass. Which
Everybody
also
everybody
means you
gets
don't
Gears
need an
5 for free.
Xbox.
Yeah, you don't.
You get Halo for free.
Yeah, you can play this shit on PC too, can't you?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And the XCloud thing, I'm sure it's on the. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think if they think that the path of games, the path forward, is the streaming thing, which we see it can be done. I know we all talk shit about the Google thing. What's the Stadia, right? But
Yeah.
once they've figured it out, Stadia, if you look at what people are saying now, it actually runs fine.
Oh, that's
It,
awesome.
it plays well. If you look at the Nvidia thing, right? Like it can be done. And if they're moving away from a box, like a console thing, to more a Game Pass thing and trying to make money that way, then they should do that. But if they're going to be doing this console war and talking about why the Xbox is going to be the box for you, the thing that sells the boxes, it's not the power. Because if that were the case, everybody would own a PC
Yeah,
and be playing the games on a PC.
it's for the
Because
games, my dude.
the fact is, you could go spend $400 on a PC, have a library of games you can play. No, you're not going to be able to hit 4K. You might be able to hit 1440 depending on what you get. You might be able to do certain things, but if I don't know, it's just
I
why
feel
are
like
people
it's
console
weird.
out at all? If everything's
I
gonna
don't
be
get
free
it.
on Game Pass,
I feel like Game
don't
Pass
get it.
is. I feel like it's one of those things where it is too good to be true because from what I've seen, a lot of people who use it, they never own those games. Like they don't buy them, and after it leaves Game Pass, they don't fucking play it anymore. And I feel like that kind of subverts the model of exactly what you're saying. Why buy the box if the box isn't even the reason I'm playing the games? Yeah, get a PC and then
right?
get Game Pass.
If I can play those games anywhere, why am I buying the box? Also, that kind of model scares me a lot because a lot of these games come with an identity kind of attached to those consoles. Like Uncharted feels like a PlayStation game.
Yeah, it's a
You
PlayStation
know what I
game.
mean?
Yeah.
Like Gears feels like an Xbox game. At least the old ones. I haven't played the new ones, but like there's a different feeling to those games. It's not just a box. Right?
Yeah.
It's not like watching Netflix on your Fire Stick TV and your Google Chromecast, right? It's like
Right.
there's a different feel to those games. So when you take that feeling and say you can have that feeling anywhere, it's really good for the consumer, yeah, but it's not really good a reason for me to buy your box. Because now I have a PC. Why don't I just buy a Game Pass and I can play all of those things on my computer? I don't need an Xbox.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
it's
get it.
just-
I don't get it because that's why I don't see the point in buying an Xbox now because it is really just All right, well, we're fucking doing it. We're just gonna go ahead and use the. We're just gonna go ahead and do this.
You know how
that
much
way I don't get it.
You know how much I don't really like Nintendo's practices and things, but every once in a while I do think about buying a Switch because I do want to play Zelda. I do want to play Metroid when it comes out. I do want, and that's the only place to do those things, right? It's not going to be the case with the Xbox, and that really, I don't know. It just feels like they should have gone 100% one way or eased it in. But I don't know. It's just
I don't get it. I don't get Game Pass. But anyway, what else do they talk about?
The thing is, PlayStation does it too, but you still associate all the things they do with the PlayStation. You can get PlayStation Now on your computer and play PlayStation games and stream.
Well, that's why I don't get why people compare the two services, because I feel like people who do that don't understand the industry, and that Sony is clearly focused on one thing more than the other. If Sony wanted PlayStation Now to be their thing, they would have done it. They would have made it their thing. They wouldn't have focused so much on PlayStation Plus and how you get 2 free games a month with that. They would not be focusing on that. They would literally just be saying, it's PlayStation Now, here's the freest, newest games. Oh, and you can download them too. So, yeah, you're right. PlayStation wants you to focus on the console. And I feel like Xbox has gotten so far away from that since the beginning of the Xbox One cycle, because they have to remix everything, that it's kind of sad at this point. Because you're right, I don't see the point. Because guess what? If I build a PC, I'm just going to buy Xbox Game Pass for my PC. I'm not buying a fucking Xbox. The fuck would I do that for?
I get it, because for Netflix it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are these movies that people do have the option of just buying the movies. But the services that just sell the movies don't make as much money as Netflix. But there's a reason behind that. Because especially with the quality of movies, not every movie is going to be good. Or even if it is good, it doesn't mean you're going to like it or you're going to watch it repeatedly. Or anything.
Right.
Games, you spend so many hours, and people, before they buy games, they look at reviews, or they know about the games like a year or 2 years before they come out. Like when people purchase a game, there's a lot that goes into that purchase. It's not the same as a movie. And if you have this service where people just pay $50 a year and get all of these games, people play and try different games and all that stuff. But you're not, even if you get more and more people to sign up for this thing, you're not at some point you're not really gonna be making all of that money, because people can.
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I feel like you were just kind of going in, dog.
I don't know. I just
I felt like we reached the conclusion 5 minutes ago.
That's fine. I get it. I want Xbox to do well. Halo looks like trash. Bad lighting, held back by the other console. You can't literally spend 30 minutes talking about Game Pass and then pass over the biggest thing that was announced. The thing is, it don't look good. Okay, so in Halo, can we at least talk about what Halo Infinite is instead of just? Everyone knows what Halo.
No, Shavar. Then what is it? Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Then what is Halo Infinite?
It's Halo 8, right? 6, 5.
And what is it?
Are you seriously on a game? We're gonna explain what Halo is, a first-person shooter.
Oh my fucking god! No, so just say you don't know what Halo Infinite is. Halo Infinite is not Halo 8. It's a reimagining of the whole series. They're basically rebooting it, and it's going to be a games as a service type thing. So they're going to update it over time with campaign missions and new multiplayer stuff. Every Xbox player gets the multiplayer for free. What do you mean, what am I talking about? This is what the fucking game is.
Halo Infinite is a continuation of the story.
I know, but the background behind it is that it's a boot of the series to get back to the roots of it. I actually know what I'm talking about. So yes, it's a sequel, but they're kind of tossing a lot of the other shit that happened previously out of the window, because that's why they ended the last game the way they did. Master Chief's just floating in space again. They found him again. That's what they're going for with this game, is that it's kind of like, let's go back to Halo 1 type shit. Why are you making that face like what I'm saying doesn't make any sense? Like I haven't been looking into this game or something. You're just making stupid fucking faces.
To me, a reimagining and
Are you arguing with me because you know what you're talking about, or do you just want to argue now?
No, I'm just saying that to me that wording doesn't make sense because if you say reimagining, that means like someone else writing. The
Okay,
same
so
story.
are we getting stuck on semantics now? I'm not gonna do this.
Well, I'm just saying that to me.
You know what I mean, though, right?
No, it was confusing to me. That's why I was making that face. Now I know what you mean after you took time to.
Okay, so now you know what I mean. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know what I mean now. That's what I get. So yeah,
So does any of what you say change that it looked like trash?
No, because that's not the entire story. Okay, so basically, that's what the game is. You can't just. We're supposed to be providing people information with things. I'm just trying to give people background. You can't just say, okay, the biggest exclusive that people were looking forward to for Xbox that got delayed to next year looks like trash. Anyway, yeah. Also, it got delayed. It was supposed to come out this year. Now it's getting delayed 2021. Yeah. So it was supposed to be this thing. They're basically going for their own Destiny type of model with it. It's gonna have multiplayer. All Microsoft Xbox players, whatever, get it for free. If you get an Xbox Series X, you get to play it for free. If you have Xbox Live Gold, right? So they were talking about how this game looks like shit. It's 120 frames per second. It's 4K. It doesn't change the fact that the game looks like it's a 360 game, right? So they were talking about this shit, and yeah, it does kind of amount to they had to scale the game down for Xbox One. And I feel like I hate it because what it is that Microsoft won't just admit that. They won't just admit that their games are going to look worse because they want them to work on Xbox One. And they had Phil Spencer come out and be like, it's a meme, people are stupid, but it's a real fucking thing. That's why your biggest title, it looks so bad that you delayed it to next year because you had to do something about it. They delayed it to next year because people made memes out of the first trailer, the first gameplay trailer we got of this game that people have been waiting more than 4 years for. Niggas made it. They called a nigga Craig and said, "Yo, he's a fucking monkey. This shit looks like trash." They called him Harambe.
Okay. Craig, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I think we got to be more clear. The fact that the game can also run on Xbox One does not make it run worse. It's that to make it run on the Xbox One, Xbox One X, and Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S, or whatever, it takes more time and effort. If that game were to only be on Xbox Series X, and they didn't have to worry about the things they have to do to make it work on Xbox One, I think it would have looked better because they would have had more time to make it look better. And that's why it's being delayed. It's not being delayed because it can't come out. It's being delayed because it can't come out the way they want it to. They need more time.
It looks bad. And
that being said, they shouldn't have showed that.
I am kind of disappointed at a lot of people I saw on Twitter because people love to shoot fucking Halo bail so much. I had people come on my timeline tell me, no, the game looks fine. It's the art style. No, it's not the fucking art style. The game looked bad. The textures looked bad. The lighting looked bad. The colors looked bad. It didn't have good resolution. Like, it did not look good. And, you know, I had a bunch of Halo fans in my mentions telling me, well, you just like the Halo 4 and 5 art style more. Joke's on you. I didn't even fucking play Halo 5. Last Halo I played was Halo 4 like 8 years ago. I haven't fucking played. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, it's not. I prefer the. Shut the fuck up, okay? It looks bad. Halo 3 looks better than that fucking Halo Infinite. Halo 3 on PC shits on that Infinite trailer. And I'm pretty sure somebody has a side by side video of it. So, and it has that same art style people are talking about. People are like, oh, it's too cartoony looking is what you're saying. No, it's not that it's too cartoony looking. It looks like shit. So, well, I mean, I feel like Halo stands are so weird, especially because I feel like some of them don't even know that Bungie doesn't even fucking make the game anymore. They haven't made the game for like 10 years. So,
well, it's not the people who make it. It's I think it should be more about the people who make it than it actually is. But I get why they're upset, because I'd be upset if Bloodborne 2 was shown, and like Bloodborne 2 is supposed to be released in 3 months, and Bloodborne 2 looked like, you know,
it looked like Dark Souls 1. Demon Souls. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Demon Souls, not the remaster. That would upset me.
No, but it's
And
getting
I
back
don't
to
know
its
if-
roots. It looks old on purpose, Shavar.
I don't know if I'd defend it, but I'd be upset too. I know. Here's the thing: we know that it's being delayed. We don't know how long. I think, and I hope that it's delayed at least like 6-7 months.
Yeah, no, it's delayed until 2021 at the very least. So that's at least
but
like.
who knows what the fuck that means?
I think
2021 is 12 months.
knowing Halo release windows, that definitely means next year. It's not coming out until like next fall. It's not coming out until. That's what I mean. Like knowing the Halos always come out in November. They will literally wait until next November or October to release this one. Like I don't think they're gonna release it in the spring or early. And if they do release it in early 2021 next year, I would not be surprised the thing was still trash looking because it looks bad.
You know, it'd be really rad if Killzone came out. And then,
Ooh, I would love another Killzone. If only they weren't so focused on Horizon.
Like Halo was such a big game that games that came out after
Halo
for
Killer.
other consoles were supposed. Yeah, they called it Halo Killers because Halo was such a big game that it just propped Xbox up to the king of games
pedestal that it need to fucking be on. Yeah, no, I feel like I don't know. I kind of want to get the Xbox, but I'm still leaning more. I'm still leaning way more PlayStation 5 this time. I mean, what Xbox has shown me so far in terms of games is just not cool. Like, well, why? Why would you get an Xbox? Don't you have a PC with better specs than? Well, not better specs, but like specs that are good enough to run shit.
Yeah, that's true. I could do that.
You can play Gears on your PC.
That's true.
If you just buy, if you want the Xbox experience, buy an Xbox Xbox controller, plug it into your TV, and then sit on the couch. Congratulations, you have an Xbox. That's it. The same thing.
But I don't feel like a gamer, nor do I feel like a gamer when if I don't have.
You're literally playing fucking games on a console. Your PC is a console. It is also a gaming console.
My phone's a gaming console?
Yes, it is. Not a good one, but it's a gaming console.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say my phone is a phone.
It's a phone, which is also a gaming console. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you all. I think that's it, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Ain't nothing else to say.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, thanks for listening to the show. It's a long one today. Because we missed so many things on the other days. Remember to check us out at Super Chevy Bro on Twitter.
I'm gonna kill the guy who has the @ we want. I'm gonna do it this weekend.
We might get that with that trademark we got going. Wouldn't we be such assholes if we just kick some dude off of his Twitter name? Because
Shivar, celebrities literally do that all the time. Sure, that's what That's why they have the Twitter.
Bad.
There are people who do that, or they pay the people to skid off the squat, or they contact Twitter and they're like, "Hey, has this person been active on this account?" And Twitter will be like, "Nope, you can have it."
Other than that, we will say we have our YouTube channel, Super Chevy Brothers.
Heck yeah,
Bros.
We've been uploading.
You can go see us there, right? Yeah, Biko and his girlfriend Haley have been uploading lots of Fall Guys. I promise you, our channel is not just a Fall Guys channel. There will be more stuff.
Yes, there will be more stuff
to do. I just had to set up this whole room, which yeah. So I'll have stuff up there.
Sorry,
streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, as far as the Fall Guys stuff, sorry, we're gonna be playing that for a while. That series might just be an ongoing series for a while, but we're gonna be playing other stuff too. But yeah, sorry, continue.
That's the thing, I guess. We're gonna be streaming on days.
I'm gonna be streaming normally. I'm gonna not do it this week, but starting next week, I'm gonna stream on Wednesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. And if I don't get either one of those streams done, I have a makeup stream on Sunday around 5 p.m. So check that out. I'm going to be on the Super Chevy Bros Twitch, so we should have that link in the description and on our Twitter channel. So yeah.
You're right. We'll have that all done. and I'll be streaming there. I what days you streaming? Not those days.
Yeah, you said you're gonna do Tuesday and Saturday, right? Or
Sure.
Tuesday and Friday.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tuesday
and
and
Thursday.
Saturday. Or Friday. I don't know. But we'll be on there. You can catch us streaming there. So check us out. Also, thanks to everyone who sends in their donations. It really helps out. But
Yeah,
also,
guys.
please send in stuff like fan mail, questions. You can reach us at any of those places. Twitter, you can get to me at Chavar Price. You can get to Chaval at Chaval P, and the whole channel at Super Chevy Bro. Commenting on the YouTube
Yeah.
pages.
Like
We
the,
read
like
all
it
the
and
comments.
everything. If you see it on your YouTube app pop up, give us a click. Watch the video. None of our YouTube videos, except for the live stream we reposted, are longer than like 20 minutes. So just chill with us.
I mean, we might have to cut that down back. To
Well, the newest,
20 minutes.
I released part 4 and 5 today, and they are less than 20 minutes. So it's all good.
Okay. But yeah, any engagement you want with us is what we're looking for. We just want to like shoot the shit. Also join the Discord, where you can talk to us and anyone else who's part
do
of the
shit.
Super Chevy Brothers community. Anytime. Discord's a cool app. You just join communities and
Mm-hmm.
talk. We also post our articles there, so you can see the things we're going to talk about, the things we have talked about. Read them
Yes.
yourself. Tell us we're idiots. Those kind of things.
Yes.
So thanks for being a part of the show. Thanks for all the support. Sorry for the wait.
Yeah,
that
guys.
we've put you through.
But
we are
guess
back.
what? Yeah.
The computer's going. Guess what? The episode did not stop recording. So this is why we bought.
This was all worth it. Yeah, I
It was
know, but
amazing.
guys,
It was
the
all
shows are gonna get better quality. They're gonna be more often, and we're gonna be a lot more heavy on YouTube and Twitch. It should be really fun. We have our schedules picked out. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later.
Yep. Thanks for listening.